10 secret survival tips to make you more skilled. Some factors can affect how one will approach survival. This can be the environment, bioregion, climate, season, etc. These key factors will determine the availability of necessities such as food and tools. But no matter what situation you are in, you should have what it takes to survive it all. Hey guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing great and safe at home. For today's video, we're going to discuss 10 secret survival tips to make you even more skilled. These tips will surely make you adapt to any kind of survival. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Prepare. First and foremost, secure that someone knows where you are going and when you are going to come back. While this may not be an immediate answer to the call of survival situations, it can surely help you in the long run. In case you didn't go back to the time you planned to, the one you informed can raise alarm and request help in your behalf. Also, preparation is about bringing some things that can aid you in survival. Some of the must-haves are the first aid kit, ultralight sleeping bag, warm clothes, imperishable goods, lighter, knife, and a flashlight. In case of unfortunate events, these can save you. Number 2. First aid. Remember, no matter how small your injury is, it can still affect you in a survival situation. And that is why you have to be well informed with how to treat some simple injury to a catastrophic hemorrhage and trauma. Before heading out, make sure to bring a compact yet complete first aid kit. It's commendable to keep one in both your car and home to ensure safety wherever you are. A great topic to learn for first aid is how to use medicinal plants and other survival home remedies to add as your first aid. But of course, prevention is better than cure. Make sure to be prepared at all times. Number 3. Using survival tools. Though this may be the least priority in survival, a good way to prep yourself is by having knowledge and skills in using survival tools. One of the best survival tools to bring is the survival knife. However, it has a high risk of inflicting injury to the user itself, and that is why you should know how to use it wisely and handle it carefully. You can use your knife for batoning, splitting wood without a larger blade, and making feather sticks, cutting the wet wood to get dry kindling. Aside from the standard forehand knife grip, one should also know how to handle it in a chest lever grip, also known as a scissor grip, because it's more powerful. You can use it to create traps or pointed ends of stakes in your shelter. Number 4. Using an axe. Some tasks require larger survival tools than a survival knife, especially in cold environments. An axe is the most preferable tool to use, especially when it comes to building shelters. A great safety precaution to keep in mind is that whenever you plan to use it for cutting a tree, look up and check if there are any dead limbs. These limbs are dangerous when cutting a tree because it may fall off directly to your head, causing injury or worse, death. Though it is one of the most useful tools for survival, it is one of the most dangerous as well. So keep in mind safety precautions to avoid incidents. Number 5. Navigation. A survivor needs to know where he or she is exactly. And no, trusting your GPS is not included in survival situations. The best way to say you're skilled in navigation is when you know how to use a map, compass, and even an improvised navigational aid. These are other advanced skills for navigations, including the skill of knowing where's north without the use of a compass. This can be possible if you know how to use the sun and stars as your guide. Number 6. Plant identification. There are 2 reasons why you should consider knowing local plants: the source of food and serves as improvised cordage. There are plenty of plants that once consumed can cause your death, and that is why you should know the edible ones. While a guide can be quite handy, in a real-life survival situation, it would not be the case. So, you should hone your plant identification skills so you can rely on them on later. You can also use certain plants as cords for fishing, trapping, and bow drill fire lighting. Number 7. Improvising cordage. Cordage can serve multiple purposes in survival, which makes it a must-have. A skill of improvising cordage is a good skill to equip yourself. From creating backpacks, stringing up shelter, to creating snares, improvising cordage surely is a need for survival. It's also used for more purposes. Number 8. Sharpening survival tools. Like how you need your survival tools, you should also have a sharpener. You can keep small sharpening stones or just improvise with sandpaper, shale, or even the inside of a leather belt. To keep your tools sharpened is a sign of preparedness and safety. The more sharpened your tools are, the more efficient it is to use, thus avoiding unwanted incidents. Number 9. Finding water. Water is essential, especially in survival. However, safe and ready-to-drink water is not available in the wilderness. This requires you to be more resourceful. You can always use local vegetation to track the available source of water. Another great option is to observe small birds. Small birds need to drink water from time to time, so they will eventually lead you to a water source. In case you are in desperate need of water, you can always collect dew from plants, which aren't poisonous like what animals do. This can quench your thirst for some time. However, for safety measures, it's best to boil collected water before consuming it, which leads us to the last skill. Number 10. Making fire. Making fire might sound a cliche in survival, but it truly is essential. For you to live a whole day, you will need to eat, drink, and keep yourself warm, especially in cold environments. These needs can be fulfilled safely by having a fire. You can purify water, keep yourself warm, and cook meals with the access of fire. In case you don't have the tools such as a lighter, you need to learn the basic way of making fire. Fire by friction might take a while, but it's worth learning. With just a knife and bootlace or another cordage, you can make yourself a nice warm fire. Though some may take some time to be learned, every minute spent learning it is worth it. Just by having your survival skills honed, you have an edge of surviving any unexpected instances. Remember, your focus, approach, and composure will play a big role in survival. Without those 3, you will not be able to execute the 10 survival tips provided above. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you'll be updated once we upload a new video like this one. Thank you all for watching and see you on my next one.